All
All right.
right. Here we are with one of the coolest members of Default Kings, Gavin Pike. Gavin is 48 years old. He's a father. He is just an all-around cool guy and somebody who really contributes to his community, somebody who we're honored to work with. Uh Brother Gavin, thank you so much for being here, man.
No problem.
Yeah, man, absolutely. So Gavin, tell the people just about like right out of the gate your the physical results that you experienced while working with us.
Yeah. So I think the first call I had with you, I think you told me I would, at the end of this, I'd weigh like 218 pounds, if I remember, somewhere right in there. And in
Mhm.
my mind, I could not even conceive dropping that much weight in 12 weeks. Like it just wasn't there. And I think I ended up at 208. So, I dropped over 30. I forget where I started because I forget what weight I was at when I started officially. But my high point when I started talking to you before I signed up was 246. So a lot of weight from that standpoint. But not just the weight, just the toneness. Because I think I told you in the beginning, I don't really care about the number on the scale. I
Mhm.
care about, if my clothes fit, a different way and so on and so forth. And when I look at my very first picture and then the final picture, and the front one's disgusting, but the back one is the worst. When I look at what my back looked like,
Mhm.
just awful,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
embarrassing. But I never take pictures of myself,
Yeah.
to see how disgusting I looked.
Yeah.
Uh, so
Yeah. Right.
uh,
Right.
just unbelievable transformation.
That's awesome. Oh man, I'm so happy to hear that that you're obviously excited about it because it's something that I see every day, obviously with what we do. But I went through your profile right before we hopped on this too, and I looked back at that first photo compared to the most recent one, and dude, completely transformed. 32 pounds down, I think, from your day one with us, and total of around 36 to 37 pounds down from your high point. So, dude, you've absolutely crushed it.
Yeah, no, it's
Cool.
good. I went from I used to get so I got a son that's a college athlete. I got
Mhm.
another in high school that's very athletic. And they were making dad fat jokes, and all that. And I said, doesn't matter, I still beat your butt. No, yeah, but my wife would poke fun at me, and I just was busy and never ever like took the time to take care of myself. Like I fixed everyone else's problems and I'd let myself go.
Yeah.
But so right when we got done with the program, my wife's like, she went from, making fun of me to saying, man, your clothes are droopy. Like you need to go buy a new outfit. Like, like my
Yeah.
waist from 34 to 32 and, so everything's saggy. So she
Yep.
went saying things were, tight and didn't look right to now like it's, you know, loose and, go. So I'm cheap, but I did. And I went and bought a whole bunch of new clothes, which I never do.
Yeah.
so, so it's
Oh
great.
man. That's a great reason to go spend some extra money on new clothes, right? And that's something that we almost like joke about when guys start. It's like, okay, welcome to the team. There is going to be an extra fee at the end of this, almost like an exit fee of the new wardrobe that you're going to have to invest into. But that's a
Sure.
great reason to invest into new clothes.
Yes. And I need new clothes anyway. I'm not the most stylish of guys.
There you go. Man, dude, that's awesome. I love hearing like all those actual tangible instances where literally the way that your wife is almost like poking fun completely flip-flops to, hey, those aren't looking right, to oh, those still don't look right, but in a good way. Right. That's awesome to hear. I know that you're obviously a very busy guy. You contribute to the people in your life and your community in so many different ways. We were just having a short conversation about that before this. Do you feel like your busyness and your other obligations were one of the main struggles before you started the program?
For sure. I made lists in life, for what my to-dos are, but I just neglected to put myself on
Mhm.
it. I have multiple businesses. I'm an elected official.
Mhm.
I'm five. Like
Mhm.
I am torn in 1,000 directions. And honestly, I've always had my Bible time in the morning,
Mhm.
but I ever did my physical time. Yeah, I just gave it up. I said, man, when I played college football, I was in the best shape of my life. I'll never not be out of shape.
Mhm.
You know, you'll get there, but you get busy in life. And the first thing I neglected was my physical side.
Mm. It's really interesting when I hear that because even before you lost the weight, when you were 246, you already had so many things going on that I feel like when most people look at you, they're like, man, how does Gavin juggle all those plates? Right? Like you already have so much responsibility, so many obligations. How specifically did we help you take on this additional responsibility to yourself?
One is accountability. I'm big into accountability partners. And
Mhm.
if I say something and there's social commitments, and if I say it, I'm going to do it. I just need to say it to someone to hold me accountable. So Alex, my coach that you're doing your one-on-one with every week,
Mhm.
and and I don't want to disappoint someone. So you
Right.
want progress every week. You want to improve. So that side of it, and the other side, the training modulars, that I listen to.
Mhm.
I would try and call into all the different, like the call each day when I
Mhm.
could. Just
Mhm.
sometimes my schedule didn't allow me, and
Yeah.
I was probably the only person that called into 15 minutes of calls all the time. I would come in, listen for 15, and get out.
Mhm.
But I tried to take advantage of all those other little things because I would hear the other stories of guys, and that helps motivate you because you're in a group, and
Right.
and it, it's anytime there's more people involved, you feel like you don't want to let other people down, and
Right.
that's what becoming part of the program does help you with tremendously.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I remember you mentioning that in the beginning, and I remember even our first conversation. Like you were definitely a man of your word, so it was cool to see that you had the resources to help you keep accountable to your word. Um, well, another thing I'm curious about is before you did this, obviously the accountability and the whole system was a massive help. Had you tried other programs or methods of trying to keep yourself accountable that didn't work?
Oh yeah, man, I've done every DVD you can imagine. I did the Insanity Max. They screwed my back up worse.
Mm.
Jumping around there, I'd
Yeah.
go good 4 weeks, and then all that twisting and turning. Like nothing was like, how should I be working out? It was just, here's what you do. And so I
Mm.
kept, injured, in these workouts. Then I did just straight beach body online and tried to do different things there. But again, nothing was tailored to me. I couldn't say, here's what my weight equipment is. So Alex, did the workout. So I don't go to the gym. I just have a home gym, limited home gym, dumbbells and
Mhm.
a couple leg things, and but he tailored the workouts to me. So that part is what was there. I mean, I think I told you, I actually own a gym. I could
Right.
go, a trainer write a program for me, but I'd have to go to the gym. Yeah, yeah, and I still didn't do it. I still hired you guys to write a program for me to do it at home.
Yeah. So with you then, like obviously the accountability and the ease of being able to do it at home and also the custom tailoring. Cause like the DVDs were just kind of a shotgun approach, throwing your back out, getting hurt. I know you mentioned a few injuries like before you had started that needed to be worked around. Do you feel like Alex did a good job of kind of taking care of you and making sure that you were set up for success with those injuries?
He did. When I started, I said my shoulders aren't good, and I can say like my shoulders feel better than they have in a long time. Like it's crazy. I tweaked like a like my groin hamstring when I was
Mhm.
lunging one, and I sent a message off to him. He gave me different stretches to do. I asked, how do I modify the right way? So because before I would have just stopped. I'm hurt. I got to be done. And he's
Right.
like, well, that just drop your weight rate way down. In the beginning, and literally 2 weeks later, I was right back where I was. Where I think without Alex guiding me through those 2 weeks, I would have just stopped legs. You're like, I'm
Right.
done with it. I'm hurt, and I didn't. I just kept going. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, so you had like the accountability obviously to keep you on track, plus just like the practical guidance. So where you didn't have to sideline yourself, right?
yeah,
Because things do happen. So that's awesome to hear that like 48 years old, you're feeling more put together than you have in a very long time, as well as looking more put together than you have in a very long time. It seems like things are just kind of on an upward trend even from here.
Yeah, I'm very satisfied. So I do a Bible study at my house on Monday nights,
Mm,
and one buddy in there that he's a couple of years older than me, but works out, the same way as I have, and we used to talk about our injuries and all of that sort of stuff.
yeah.
And when I told him I paid, he was like, "Wow." I said, "Well, one, it'll keep me accountable, and two, if I get the results that they say, it's worth every penny." He's like, "You're right on that." Yeah,
Mhm.
So yeah, it's one of those things where, what is the value of being in shape and being fit
Mhm.
and eat better and all that? Well, that's invaluable in reality, but sometimes when you're cheap, you don't want to pay to get to where you need to be, which is, the money was well spent from that standpoint.
Good. That's good to hear. I know just as a fellow business owner, our number one goal is to provide you more value than you had to exchange for what you invested. And it seems like we had a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Awesome. Man, Gavin, this has been amazing. I feel like just watching everything you do and the way that you impact the people around you, I feel like I already know how your new level of fitness, your new level of health, your new level of just, being that strong, confident, energetic dad. I already see how that benefits all the other people around you and all your other ventures. But how do you feel like the results kind of bleed into your overall life outside of just the physical?
Well, one, it's the because I have so many kids and so many things. Like I have so many dad groups,
Mhm.
and uh, like every dad group, like has noticed the physical transformation for sure. A
Mhm.
couple of default actions, like on when you're at hotels out of town, and how many beers I used to drink to now. Yeah, they that's noticed also, which is in a very positive way. Yeah, but a couple of those guys, start asking questions, and you start motivating them
Mhm.
to get better. Yeah, like it can happen. Like you're as out of shape as I was. Yeah, and
Right.
12 weeks, basically in one club volleyball season.
Right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is what you can do when you put your mind to it.
Mhm.
So it's been good. Just talking with other men to try and motivate them, because my men in my age neglect themselves a lot.
Right. Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that means the world to us because we already know that you're a leader in so many areas of your life, and it's really cool for us to be able to help you become a leader in that area of life as well because it's so important, and it just empowers you to lead at an even higher level in outside areas, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome, Gavin. This has been absolutely fantastic. You've impressed us in so many ways, and like I said, I don't think I can say it enough. We're truly honored to have worked with a man of your caliber. If there's another man out there who's listening to this right now and he resonates with the struggles you had before of juggling so many plates and having so many obligations, but almost neglecting his own physical health, why would you say that they should take action and change their life?
Well, at the end of the day, I'll just say, give or take hour a day that I put into the physical side of things, the energy level that I have, I make up for. The where you were dragging later in the day, and where your time, you thought you didn't have enough time for that hour a day. Um, your time comes back to you just in your increased productivity, your sharpness of your mind. When you're eating better, you're sharper. It all compounds, where it's one of those things that just put your mind to it and do it. It I'm mad at myself that it took me to this point to do it. I've wasted years that I should have been more physically fit.
That's awesome. I think that's a great message coming from you, man. And I think the proof is in the pudding with your energy and your confidence. And if anybody knows who you are, who lives in the area where you're an elected official, man, like you do set an example, and you're somebody who has that natural leadership. So I'm excited that we can be part of empowering that, man. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Awesome.